Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing there? I'm drinking some milk. Great value, 2%. It's really good. There's a movie that premiered on Netflix yesterday. That Netflix produced. It's a documentary called Nobody Speak: Trials of the Free Press. I believe that's what it's called. And I watched it. I watched most of it last night, and I went to bed. I was tired. I finished it today, and I wanted to do a review of it, but the review's coming up Sunday. And basically what this is about is a documentary about, this is how they advertised it on Netflix. They have a picture of Hulk Hogan, and Tim Sands made something that Hulk Hogan looked at me and I'm like this, nobody speak, right? And it's about his trial against Gawker.com, the online news site. And basically, it starts out talking about free speech, and they talk about they start talking about Hulk Hogan, and then they also show, there's not a political video, they show like stuff of Donald Trump, stuff he said during the election, not a political, this is not a political video, and then they try to tie it in because Hulk Hogan was a wrestler and stuff. You know, they showed a little bit of 80s stuff. He had a cartoon, and he was the biggest thing whenever the rock and wrestling thing came about. You know, they showed the thing, the Battle of the Billionaires with Donald Trump and Vince McMahon back in, 2009, 2010 or something like that, or maybe earlier, I can't remember. And the thing ended up with them having to shave, the loser would shave the other person's head. It would have been, I knew it was Vince McMahon going to get his head shaved, but if Donald Trump let his head get shaved, I don't know. That would have been really different. But, I mean, that's way in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Basically, they were talking about his thing against Gawker that happened years ago. The trial where he was suing them for like $100 million or $110 million. And what happened was Hulk Hogan had a sex tape made with the wife of Bubba the Love Sponge, Shock Jock. I think Bubba the Love Sponge is such a stupid title. If you're going to go with thing for Shock Jock and stuff like that, I wouldn't go with that. Now, Howard Stern is Howard Stern, you know. He's just a Howard Stern, type shock jock. And I guess that Bubba Love Sponge filmed it, and they leaked it out, and then Gawker posted it. Posted highlights of, not the whole thing. And Hulk Hogan sued them. And this is mostly about the trial. And then they talk about, they explain it a little bit more, because there were some things that I didn't follow it all the way. You know, I mean, I saw it on what they had on Inside Edition. I saw updates on it and stuff like that. I didn't follow it like some people did. And they showed extra stuff of the trial. And Hulk Hogan's in it, but it's basically stuff around when he was at trial and stuff he said. And they cleared up something that I wasn't totally sure about when it happened. There was another one he made where he was saying like bad things, like the N-word and homophobic slurs. I think the homophobic slurs, bad things about, people like that. And they said today who was trying to prevent that from getting leaked. And then I think the National Enquirer got a hold of that and sent it to WWE, and WWE fired him. I knew about that. But I didn't know all the details. I knew he had a tape like that, but they kind of explained it a little bit better, because I didn't know exactly all the facts. And basically they talk about what happened, and then how the trial ended and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not giving anything. I don't want to give away too much. I mean, but most people follow the Gawker trial will know. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, and they don't reveal it like a spoiler. And then they talk about who funded the defense team. As Robert Teal. And now this is where it's weird. It's a little bit of a bait and switch, because talking about the trial ends about, I don't know, like 50 or 45 minutes left of the movie. It's like an hour and 37 minutes. And then they go completely from the Gawker trial, and they talk about Robert Teal funding the defense team, and he had like a grudge against those online news sites and Gawker and stuff like that, and going against the media. or the free press or media. You know what I mean, or journalists. And then they go from that, and then they start talking about the one thing from Las Vegas or Nevada, the Review, that one newspaper. And I guess this one guy owned it, and then he said the newspaper had just been sold, and they found out it was sold to Addison. This one day, the Addison family, not Adams family, Addison family, who has a lot of money and who has a grudge against this one guy who wrote this one book. And it's and then it talks about his whole grudge and a little bit about the trial that he had or was going to have. And then it goes and it basically brings in everything with Trump and all these people saying that if you have money, you can bully and try to suppress the media. And they talk about Trump getting elected president. Not a political video. I'm just saying what the movie was about. And it's very interesting. It's a bait and switch, though, because they say verbatim on Netflix thing, they have a photo of Hulk Hogan. I have a photo of Hulk Hogan on my thumbnail too, and they say it's about the whole thing with the Hulk Hogan Gawker trial, but that ends with still like another 50-45 minutes to go, and then they talk about a bunch of other things. I don't know if some people may lose interest. It's never boring. I don't think some people might lose interest. They might just want to hear about Hulk Hogan, but I watched the whole thing. I thought it was really interesting. Like I said, I think they were using the celebrity Hulk Hogan, the whole wrestling thing with the success of Glow on Netflix to try to push the wrestling, because there's not that much wrestling on Netflix anymore. You get more people to see it. That's how my attention got drawn to the film. You know, because I saw the footage of Hulk Hogan. I said, well, what's going on? Or Terry Bollea, that's his real name. And it was weird because they were talking about the persona he had in the 80s and stuff like that. He's not as squeaky clean as he used to be. It's a very interesting movie. Like I said, I think some people might want more about the Hulk Hogan Gawker trial. Only half of the movie's about that, and then it has other stuff in it. But I think it's very interesting. I liked it very much. I give it an 8 out of 10. And it's on Netflix right now. It just premiered. I gotta finish watching Glow. I got a couple more episodes. It's really getting good. I gave it an 8 out of 10 before, but now I'd probably give it probably bump it up to 9.5 out of 10. It's really getting good now. Because I watched like the first 5 episodes and reviewed it. I mean, it's completely different than the old show Glow, but quite good stuff. So I hope you like this video. Until next time, bye, please. Take care of my video. Take care of my video. Oh. Take care, my legion.